Well, hello folks, welcome to DevStream 22. Joining me today is not Gul Dukat, it is Connor, and whose avatar will be Garrick for the evening.
Hello.
Just plain simple Garrick.
Just plain simple, there's nothing exciting there.
Hello everyone that's watching already. Hello Centurion, Chief, Draconian. Well, you can see the NX refit here. That's the NX and Olds variants is what we're going to work on today. I'm also going to show off some stuff that I've done this week so far that I haven't been able to show off, which is some other ships that I've substance painted, which all turned out real nice. So we're going to do that. Since I've already exported all this, I'm just going to close it. It's fine.
It's all fine here.
It's all fine.
Alright, I suppose I better start showing my screen then, haven't I? Now that messaging bit.
Okay, you scared the shit. Am I that loud, folks? Hi, Oscar. How you doing?
No, you are naturally loud. That's what probably people mostly.
Right, let's go grab those textures. I completely forgot which folder to look into now.
f_axapasar.ra is not commonly downloaded.
Well, yeah.
Thanks, Graham. Thanks for telling me that. It's all good.
Where was I? NX sub. Let's begin with the NX01 because, you know, I've exported everything. Everything? Everything!
He has definitely, unfortunately, exported everything.
So as you can see, it's got a little bit more detaily details. Oh, damn. Screwed up there.
Whoa, that is weird.
Yeah, it's a layer that overlays, but I'm going to use the original emissive map anyway. I'm not going to need this one except for one thing. Right, so let's take the this. What else is the diffuse map? There we go. Don't need the normal one. We're just gonna use the height.
Let's pop this.
It's a bit much, isn't it? Let's put that to screen. Yeah,
No,
that's better.
Today, for the people watching, I will be doing
stuff and
the
things,
Federation
right?
Victory screen. The Federation Victory screen.
I thought you were going to do stuff and things.
Oh, I can do some stuff and things, but I can't do that all the time.
It's going to be difficult then if you can't do stuff and things all the time.
I am only just one man after all.
Man is debatable, but you're a person.
I want to fight over that.
Come at me, bro. Right, so you got this. Let's save as. Let me drag that over here so you can see what I'm saving this as. Now, the original NX stuff was called. Oh no, we're gonna just no. We're gonna no. Yeah, that's just bad. What we're gonna do is we're gonna open the original. We're gonna copy the original files to here because there's a slight issue with Substance Painter when it does its thing. If one of the things is that it will annoyingly, when you export as PNG, it will do some annoying things. I'm gonna do a little bit of tweaking in this case, guys. Grab the original PSD.
So, here's some intellectual questions that people can get their teeth stuck into, Max, about the Substance Painter.
Oh, what kind of intellectual questions are we talking about?
So, you know all of this grime and dirt and all the things. Obviously, it's done through masks, but how does it figure out where to put the grime? What's going on there?
How would I know? I'm not a scientist.
Oh,
Do you know?
No, I'm not a coder. Or a programmer, for that matter.
I just make the stuff look pretty. Right, so let's
It
take
works.
this.
Okay, for those who actually are curious about how Substance Painter works, it uses bump maps and vertices interaction.
Those are words that I know.
There you go. And basically what that means, the program is very good at figuring out where crevices are.
Ah, blood wine. I like good blood wine. Connor, what do you feel? How do you feel about blood wine?
I mean, I'm more of a whiskey person, but blood wine's okay on a
Aldeburn
weekend.
whiskey?
Yes, all that green stuff.
That's not whiskey.
Oh.
Oh.
But it's strong.
Yeah. So let's brighten this bitch up. That's a bit dark. There we go. Take that glossiness.
I think for the Federation victory screen, I'm going to go classic TOS. As in, like, you've reached that point in the game now.
Classic TOS. That's an interesting one. I'm curious to see what you come up with.
You know, well, it'd be TOS
Yes,
remastered.
please, Oscar. Oscar asked if more. Yes. Ugh. Ugh. This is revolting. I hate this.
Oh my god, that's huge.
Hi, huge. I'm Dad.
Oh, fuck.
Sorry, and Brandy are bust, says Centurion, by the way.
I mean, brandy's okay. I've had bad experiences with brandy in my life, so I tend to avoid it.
Yeah. I've never drunk brandy.
Don't do it.
Why is it so grainy?
Now, I'm going to try and get this so it's...
Oh.
Oosh.
Do that while it's still that. Not turn grainy.
You know, I'm actually going to have to look at some TOS effect shots here to see how their cameras are set up.
Oh god. You're gonna go full TOS?
No, I want the angle.
And what the camera size and exposure stuff kind of dealy beely?
Well, I can do that, you know, ad hoc on the render, but I just want to see what it looks like when it was finished.
I can get that.
I mean, if I could get, you know, the aperture correct and all that sort of thing, that would be brilliant. But unfortunately, a lot of that information is just not there because it's been lost to many, many years.
All right, that's the NX done. Let's copy those into the game folder. Textures. Overwrite. Yes.
Ooh, let's unmute that. Normal map filter.
Also, people, how do you feel about the Laser Masters?
That normal map's inverted.
First, there was only darkness.
Right. TOS.
Yes, the Laser Masters.
Effects.
I think I'm gonna brighten up the Columbia texture slightly there. A bit on the dark side. Haha.
I mean, because the idea of the Columbia is that its whole color matched out of the TOS Enterprise.
Didn't though. It was a lot darker.
Yeah, I know. I know it was a lot darker.
35's good.
That was the initial idea.
Oh, that's definitely the wrong. That's the correct light map bake. Almost at the light map of the refit. No, Master Chief, the Romulan Klingon upgrades are basically identical. So, you know, just copy them for the Klingons and stuff and you should be good. I've got an Enterprise question if anyone, if they can answer it. Alright, shoot, Draconian. Evening, Khan. Oscar Bernard asks, so question from AOTF TMP, is there a chance we will see designs from the Klingon Academy game, or...
Sorry. Yes.
Or what, Oscar?
The Starfleet Command series.
Yeah, didn't pop up for me yet. Yes,
I'm
yes,
actually
very
watching
much,
this
yes.
on the stream.
Yes, but I'm watching it on a separate program on the side.
You spanner.
Hypo spanner?
No, just a regular spanner.
No. I would have preferred a hypo spanner.
Yeah, no, you're definitely a hyper spanner of the hyper proportion. Yes, Oscar, we know you're overseas. We can tell by the picture. It's the same one.
I can't see the picture. Oscar is overseer. Now things make sense.
Yes, Yamato maybe. No Yamato.
Shall we give them a few previews of what's in AOTF2? Because we've been prepping some stuff, you know. It's not like we've been...
Oh no, it's no secret because as we've always maintained, the plan with AOTF is that once AOTF, the biggest hurdle in the way of AOTF is coding.
Okay.
Once coding is done, you can just slot in.
Draconian asks, in the very first episode of Enterprise, during one of the battles, they had phaser bolts as weapons, but never appeared again. But later on, they said that Enterprise was only outfitted with 3 plasma ports. All right.
Yeah, they weren't phaser bolts.
For one, they weren't phaser bolts; they were plasma bolts. 2, the 3 phaser ports on Enterprise is such bullshit. Enterprise has at least 11 phasers equipped on it later in the series. There are visual points where all the phasers are launched from, and there are very distinct points. You can see them on you can kind of see them on this texture. You see these round ports here? Now they're all over the ship. They're on the catamaran, and this, you know.
Max, they won't be able to see that because it might not have caught up yet. Never mind.
You know, they fire from these points that are on there. This is the specular texture, so it's going to look out a bit weird. But the NX is about 11 to 12 phaser cannons the last time I checked. It's insane. She's armed to the teeth, really.
Yes, she is. The things, and then ports are on that model from the very beginning as well. So it was
intended for that.
Yeah, it was intended that the ship would become more heavily armed as the series progressed. Unless
they moved in it, they disassembled the cannon each time, moved around.
Yeah, but that seems like an awful lot of effort.
You know, Reed's kind of insane like that.
Reed
for example, here's a good shot. You can see it firing from the topmost ports in this shot. The 2 bottom points at here. The bottom of the catamaran, at the bottom of the saucer. Well, there's also ports at the front of the saucer. Yeah. So this is the ones below the torpedo launcher. These are the ones next to the deflector. You see the torpedo launchers on here. I think there's yeah, there we go. So yeah, it's got at least 12 known phaser points. Actually, there's one on the other side as well, 11, 12. You know, so yeah, it's got plenty.
I mean, it could be mistaken for a warship if you've never seen one before.
Yeah, look, it's firing from that point again. Again, the same point. This is on the top from the ones next to the deflector. Again, from the top next to the deflector. So yeah, it's armed to the bloody teeth. Only question I'm wondering is if we can ever see it fire from those 2 ports at the top. Trying to find a shot of it doing that. Pretty sure somewhere in the series, you know, we see it firing from there. Well, when modding has gone too far.
Yes.
One of the few good things out of Discovery, that phaser cannon.
But that was Enterprise.
Oh, never mind. Oh, it's got a similar one. Anyway, as for ships for AOTF2, where is that list? Ships, TOS, TMP. We've got a few things planned, you know, so there's quite a bit of things. But that's, you know, if you can read fast enough or take a screenshot, well, tough. You know, it's gone now. If you missed that, then, you know, you're out of luck.
I'll have to actually have a look at them myself and be re-familiar myself and have a good moment when I see something I don't like.
Why's the music stopped? Please don't stop the music. Please don't stop the music. Right, that's the Columbia done. Need to just open a new screen. Right, now finally for the Endeavour. Now what I'm going to do for the refit is I'm going to slightly lighten the textures even compared to Columbia to kind of make it kind of appear to go
even more towards the lighter hull. That's an interesting choice for siege frigate.
Which one?
On the TOS-TMP one.
Let me check again. Yeah, I didn't have any other use for it really. I know it's more of a fast attack ship in a way, but
yeah, see, I'd make that the Corvette and just get rid of the one that we have
that's
there.
the one that we have. I really like it. No, we gotta have the other one as a colony ship. You know, the one which is also from that episode where Scotty crashes.
No,
I really like it.
ship, not colony ship.
Colin ship.
Isn't it surprise ships?
Surprise ship. Yeah, I don't want. Remember, we don't want to do too much with Colin.
Collins, that's fair enough.
Ooh, now that's nice. That's very bright. 75. Okay, that's good to know. So let's grab. I'm gonna need to grab the Columbia UV for that because it's the same. Yeah, I get why you like the Yamato Oscar, but it's not planned on our list. The Titan for the TMP era so far that is planned is the Excelsior.
And the Proxima.
Shh.
Oh, I forgot. We weren't discussing that one.
Diginolan is making an appearance, but not as a scout ship. Heard what? Heard what?
Ah, yes.
You heard nothing. Good day, sir.
And he'll like it that he heard nothing.
Exactly. Starbug? I don't know which one that is, Draconian. By the way, sorry folks that you're not seeing anything interesting happen yet. It will happen in a bit. I'm just prepping some shit, the NX refit, and it's going to look really good once it's done.
He has a plan.
And I have a cave troll.
Definitely got that.
I'm not a cave troll, but I have a cave troll. We're not going to have anything from... We're not going to have anything from Red Dwarf in it. Are you mad?
Starbug?
There'd be a riot.
I mean, you could actually just have Red Dwarf, the mining vessel.
You made a model for it already.
Yeah, it was terrible though.
Yeah, they're using it in track yards though. Oh wait, shh. They used it in track yards. We gave them our trash. Go away. Go away. Go away, steam poppy pop thing. Thank you.
If I had the time to build a full red dwarf, I would. Now that I have the tools to do so. But it will take a long, long time.
Yeah, it's just something you really need, especially that whole crashed asteroid thing, you know, that's kind of a big deal.
See, what I'd do there, I'd use Rayfire.
I don't know what that means.
That physical, accurate, bangy, smash, smash, boom, boom.
Ah, yes.
Infidious Max.
No idea what you're on about, mate. Specular number 1, and let's grab the other texture as well.
Ah, there we go.
But that's not, that would have to spawn through an ability, Oscar. And we kind of want to avoid calling ships that way in AOTF. Because it's something which it works, yes, but it's not as manageable and the AI doesn't use it very well. We want to make this model a lot more AI friendly, unlike A3. Right, so let's look at these bitches in game. Hey, look, it's A3.
A3?
Yeah, the launcher.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, no, that's been there for a bit now.
Yeah, they have Chris's latest video up. How long have we been streaming for? Let's have a look. 26 minutes.
Yes, I'll have to go soon.
No, you don't.
Do.
You have bitches. Is that a question? Draconian, if I put up a picture of you right now, how would you feel? Oh no.
How would that make...
Ah, but I could grab a picture. I could just grab your avatar and that'd be like, everybody would know. Oh, it's Draconian. You'll make your own RTS engine with blackjack and hookers. Ain't that right, Oscar? No, yeah, okay, maybe casinos to make some money. As usual, gotta love the uncompressed mod. Makes for good loading times. No, but you see that I can get with the no Bajorans allowed. Why Gowron? Why not? I mean, we had it actually came from a bunch of a moment in the mods development where in our own Discord we have a special channel called the Gowron channel, which is just dedicated to Gowron memes, and that's how it started.
I'll talk to you later, everyone. I've got to go.
See you later, Gunnar. Have a good one.
Next stream I'll be on longer, promise you that one.
You heard it there, folks. He will be on longer next stream. Look at that, guys.
Longer.
The updated NX texture. She looks sexy as hell. See little dusty scratches, which is the whole reason we substance painted it, and the specular map just looks amazing. But we weren't here just for the regular NX. Let's refit that bitch. Let's first change the player. Let's give me a crap ton of resources and a crap ton of money. Maybe instant build, turn off slot restrictions, because we can't. The thing is with this kind of research is we can't do auto build. Gonna build a whole bunch of military stations. Look at that. Nice starbase there. And let's first research it into the Columbia refit. So let's have a look at the ship here. Yeah, I know the error doesn't exist. So right, first step is the Columbia refit, which looks hella nice in my opinion now. And let's go for the final step. Look at that, it's a bit lighter as well in the whole color. It's got the detail going on like a Bosch. Oh, we already know what the fourth race is going to be, Draconian. We're just not telling anyone yet. Huh. I realized I forgot to do something on the NX refit. I'm going to fix that. I'm going to fix that by hand. It's a shame, isn't it, Dalek? Hi, Dalek, by the way. How are you doing? Draconian, if you watched some of our very earlier Let's Play mod streams, you should have known, you should have already seen what the other race is going to be. We've teased it many a time. That music's getting very loud now. It's getting very annoying. Come on. By Cisco's hand, this will be fixed. Okay. Let's see. What was I doing? Ah, yes. I need to go to refit hull UV. Let's grab the original. I'm gonna do a little tweaking. We gotta do some tweakings to the refit. We did 80. Ah, that's a shame, Dalek, but you know, you gotta work, work. Let's put that to screen, linear dodge add. Now what we need here is we need a good spotlight. This is perfect, I think. It's got to be white. That's not perfect, maybe more like this. No. Needs to be a nice long one. No, maybe that first one was good. So we're going to take that. Oh. Come on. There we go. I just set that to linear color dodge. Right, that's that. Was it me, or did that theme very much sound like the mirror theme from Enterprise? Did a little bit, didn't it? You're going to find out that there's a very nice feature in Sins. Oops. I just have to slightly redo that. Sorry, folks. I made the mistake. It's a thing I do as well sometimes. Oh, damn it. Sometimes these controls just make me go crazy. Go. Save that. And finally, right, now after a bit of tweaking and getting annoyed, that worked. Let's replace these again. Because I noticed it felt a bit dark on the side, so once it updates, go on. There we go. That's nicer, isn't it? Just a little spotlight on Decided in a cell. What do you think, folks? Worth it? Well, to answer that question, Dalek, by the way, Dalek asked, how do you go about designing original ships that aren't a Connie example, the Klingon tag, Grandad Nagfire? Where do you start? A lot of times we just start with the designs in Enterprise. For example, you do have a valid point there. That's good enough. Painted red. See a red around. I want to paint it black though. It's already got a little bit of racing stripes. Look, oh, we got that going on a bit over here. See, it's got red racing stripes. Right, so there's another few ships that I've thrown through the old substance painter ring. So I've thrown pretty much most of the frigates already through it. So here you can see the Warp Delta slash Jupiter class that's been substance painted. Again, the result is just a lot more nice, subtle detail. Oh no, I didn't want you to move. Here we have the... Now this one really turned out nice in my book. Sit still, damn it! There we go, pause the game. This one in my book turned out real nice, which is the Intrepid slash Neptune class. Once I threw it through Substance Painter, the results on it were amazing. They just look a lot better. It just looks a lot better. Everything looks more clear, the details clearer. I love how the light baking turned out as well. You can see like the light on the inside of the pipes where it casts off it. And the little dust and little scratches you see around the hull plating. You can see it well around the lines here as well. Just subtle scratching. You know, once the specular hits it, you kind of see how some bits are a bit speckled and dirtied up. It really helped as well with the Daedalus class, which now looks a lot more like a starship that's been in space and a lot less like a shiny golf ball. Where's the other one? And of course, this Butte. The Poseidon, of course, the variant of the NX, which also turned out really nice. Oh, there were a few more that I actually did. Where are they? Ah, yes, the Franklin went through a whole bunch of more detail. As you can see, it used to be pretty flat before, and now it's actually got a lot more depth to it. It's got slightly more the look. I think it would. I mean, they wouldn't be as shiny as they would be in the show sometimes. Also, there was a lot more dirt and grime in the show. I mean, especially look at the Klingon ships in Enterprise. They were a lot dirtier. And I think it just gives it that more feel of lived. Just, you know, that the ship has lived for a while. It's not just, you know, it's not just been sitting there. Got some of my camera work today. It's horrible. But we did another one. Corvette. This one also turned out really nice. Another. This is a design that was partially. It was partially designed by me, based on another design found online. Also, I feel like this one turned out real nice. Now it's a lot less clean. It's more, you know, alive. Remember, these are going to be frontline ships, and I think the Yorktown has also got it. Yep, the Yorktown has also been SP'd. Exactly, Oscar. Now, I don't know if I showed this last time, but this ship has actually now got a debris mesh. You should see that, yeah, there's the other nacelle. Don't mind the really large stock debris, that's still a stock thing, but we'll get rid of that in a while. But yeah, we've got some ships already that have some debris in the game. Unlike A3, where all ships have unique debris, we're gonna have some ships have debris. So the capital ships will have debris, and in trade-off of not doing some other things with debris, we're gonna have all the stations have debris. At least most of the larger space stations. Like your turret probably won't have unique debris, but your research stations will have debris. So once a battle is done, you'll really see that that station debris flying around. Now the Yorktown has also been substance painted already. You'll see in a second. You'll see it especially on the engineering hull. You'll see it how it got very nice. It's got a bit more of that how the Kelvin looked in the JJ films. Which I really liked how the Kelvin looked. I'll give them that in the movies. But it just looks a lot more. You know, it's not like it rolled off the assembly line. It's been in space for a while. It's fought. You know, it's not in peak condition. But this one also has debris. Debris on this one's a bit more extreme. It loses an engineering hull. Pause that so I can give you guys a bit of a good view. You know, you see how it's got holes in it. You know, it's got some of these holes. Some of these. By the way, some of this detail is textured on, like these smaller burn marks here. See, they're actually flat. However, some of this debris, as you can kind of see here, it's actually modeled in. So to give when it moves, it gives that, you know, like that hidden depth effect. Especially after a large battle, you'll see debris of ships, you know, being cut around, and you know the engineering hull here has an actual hole in it. Let's see, where's the other engineering hull? There we go. Sorry guys, the camera is really finicky when it comes to this. Yeah, I can't get a good angle on that, but yeah, you can see that the scorched edge. It's got a lot lower resolution texture, of course, other than unlike the ship itself. But that's for, of course, performance reasons. Let me just quickly check Discord. So let's have a look. See. Right, one of the few other things I was going to work on is some abilities. For example, on this ship, they've got nice particles, but no sounds. So reinforced forward shields. You know, it's got a nice effect. No sound. And I feel that's something I need to solve because, you know, can't have no sound. So we're going to do these two abilities, evasive maneuvers and reinforced forward shields. Now, I've got a huge database of sounds, and for this I'm unfortunately going to have to turn the music off because we're going to work with sound. So let's go to Audacity. And let's go to some of the larger sound libraries that I've got. So I've got a Starfleet Command 3 installed here. Assets, sounds. So I know there's a shield up sound somewhere here. Shield up. So what I'm thinking of doing is I'm going to take this. I'm going to take the first part. I'm going to paste it somewhere in a new bit. I'm going to fade this all out. I'm going to generate. There's a file here somewhere called. Is this in this one? No, it's in another program files. There we go. Just makes my life easier. Let's copy a bit more. So that bit's a bit too short. Let's copy a slightly longer bit. Let's have that fade out. The idea for that I had was that I'm gonna have kind of a 3 fade into the shit, so kind of like a supercharging the shield. What do you guys feel about this? Yeah, just for a simple ability sound, you know, just to. I use Reaper to do funnily enough Dalek and Cyberman voices. So you voice Dalek set. Tracks, mix and render. Export audio. All right. Fed. Ability. Ability. Oh wow, I've not been consistent with this. Ability. Corvette. Forward shields. So now before we can add it into game, we need to do a few more steps. There's a file called soundeffects.sounddata. First I'm going to close everything else in this. Close all to the left. I'm just going to paste it in instead. I've got to copy an existing sound which isn't looping. And add the number here. Just for a second, guys. I'll look to the chat in a minute. And I need to copy the name. See which file it directs, and then give it a file name that the game finds. Scottish Dalek. We are indeed doomed if a Scottish Dalek would appear. Just be even angry. An even angrier Dalek than a regular angry Dalek. I'm scared already. And then find the ability. Now, fed ability. Now, luckily we named everything a bit more useful this time. So, reinforced forward shield. There we go. Add to the sound ID. And we're done. That's sound number 1. The other one was evasive maneuvers. Now, how we're going to do that? I was thinking there are some nice. There's a fed startup sound in here, in Legacy. I think I like this one better because it makes it sound like a smaller ship. Let's track that to opacity. How do you guys feel about that? With some energy engines? Yeah, let's mix those two together. Grab that silence seconds again. Just grab a bit. Oh, whoa, whoa. Didn't mean to do that. That was scary. Well, it's just supposed to be an engine boost kind of deal. So, you know, this, I think this was a little extras. Good enough. Tracks. Mix and render. Export audio. Fed. Ability. Corvette. Evasive. That would be 7, 9, 9, 9. Woohoo! And now to test it out in game again. By the way, this will be the last bit of the stream. I don't want to do a too long stream today. I've had a very long day at work, so I'm not going to go all too crazy. I don't know where you're hearing gears grind, but do remember that there are some mechanical parts to, of course, the impulse, the thrusters and the manifolds and everything inside it. Like, how would you know? Have you ever disassembled an impulse engine? How do you know there are no gears in there? How do you think they shift gears in a starship? How do you think they change their warp factor? They switch gear. And what does a gear shift have? Gears. So I wouldn't be so sure about that. I think it's but who wrote those technical manuals? You can't trust those people. My bat'leth kills all the oh damn, I can't sing. My bat'leth kills all the threats to Picard, and he's like, "You're better than Yar." Damn right, I'm better than Yar. Worf. I'll show you what brought that one. This brought that one. Let me drag my Discord over. This brought that on. This is the Gowron channel. There's some brilliant pictures there. Also, we recently had a thing called Trek Out of Context. For example. Trek Out of Context is brilliant. This one, of course, is the best. It's very... Alright, let's see. Let's do that test, see if the sounds work properly in game. And let's spawn a Corvette, which is the H key. Let's have a look. Let's reinforce its shields. That's good. Frontal damage reduction, 98%. That's a lot.
Engines to full.
Let's
All power to engines. Engines to full.
wait. I'm being dumb. Gotta apply the sound to the ability.
Standing by. Be ready for anything. Ship at full readiness. All power to engines. Engines
If you use those abilities together, you can get a nice
to engines.
combination effect
Engines to full.
where you become very powerful and turn very fast.
Held. New course heading.
Very useful for closing the ranks.
Engines to full. All power to engines.
Right, folks. Just I'd say that's some nice work we got done today, isn't it? As for the entire mod's progress, the Federation is coming very far along. As a matter of fact, it's almost close to balancing the Feds. We've got to do a few more particles on the abilities, and we've got to do some research. But the research is already getting along very nicely. I know that Gull has some more on his private build, where he spaced stuff out a bit more. Yeah, I know string ID. But overall, the Feds are very far along. So yeah, we're getting there. The Klingons are not that far behind, because once we have the particles for the Federation, we can use a lot of them for the Klingons as well, just with a slightly different texture. So yeah, things are good. Have you guys got any questions before I wrap up the stream?
Structure complete. Structure complete. Structure complete. Research complete. Research complete.
Destination set. Engage engines.
Research complete.
Enterprise on station.
Yep, this one also needs sound still. That one doesn't. The power to cannon still needs sounds. How many models would you say are present in the mod Perfection? I can give you a rough estimate by checking out the mesh folder. Let's grab it, starting everything with Fed. It's not entirely accurate, but for the Federation, we've got 102 models, but that does include the shield models for a lot of ships. So you know, I'd say about 50, 60-ish total models per faction. That includes ships, stations, shuttles, a lot of stuff. I love the little light that shines back from that. Very nice. I think the lightening the hull on that NX refit did it a favor.
Enterprise to fleet. Coordinate set.
As a final ending, let's see what's out there.
Enterprise on station.
So boldly go where no sins mod has gone before. Guys, that's the end of the stream, and I hope you had a good time, and hope you tune in next time. Bye bye.